Hello and welcome to the section on interface. Till now we have seen how to create class, what is object, how to reuse one class into another using inheritance. We have seen how to use final keyword, this keyword, and also how to write constructor and destructor. Well, class is nothing but the blueprint of an object, right? An object is an instance of a class. Via the object we access the class. Well, interface is nothing but a contract. It's something like a structure or a syntax that you define for a class. It's not the implementation of the methods, it's basically just a definition of the methods. Okay, so we'll understand how to create an interface, what is the purpose of interface, what is the use case of the interface. So let's look at what are the section objectives. After completing the section, you will be able to understand what is interface, how to declare and implement them, implement more than one interface to class. Like in inheritance, we were not able to implement multiple inheritance, but in case of interface, you can implement multiple interface to one class. Then you understand the real life use cases of interfaces, where and how you should define interfaces. Then you'll work with exercises, resources assignment, and quiz using the interface. Well, these are the topics you will learn in this section. So let's jump into the lecture now. Hello and welcome to the lecture on what is interface. So let's understand what is interface, why we need to use them. So interface is basically a framework. You can think about interface like a contract, like a structure, or like a syntax. Okay, interface is similar to a class. The difference between interface and a class is nothing but an implementation of the methods with the properties, whereas interfaces are just the definition of those methods. Okay, interface typically defines a contract. Let's say you want to build a car. Okay, you can have the specification defined, like what tire to be used, what parts to be used, and all those details of how to be implemented, right? Class defines all the implementation methods and all the properties that is required to define a car. Well, interface is basically a syntax. It tells you what methods to be implemented in that class, but it won't implement that method. It will just give you a structure. Like in contract, it will tell you if you're defining a car, you should actually implement all these methods. Okay, it's like a contract. Okay, let's understand this concept. So let's say you are defining a car concept, and before implementing that car concept via the class, the interface helps you to define what are the things required that when you write a class, you need to implement these things. Okay, it's just like a guideline, right? It's like a guideline to tell you when you are doing these things, you follow A, B, and C. But it doesn't tell you how do you do it. It just gives you a hint, and it just gives you a contract to say if you are doing this, you must have this. That's basically the interface definitions, right? So when you're defining a car concept using an interface, you're telling that you must implement these methods like apply brake, increase speed, and decrease speed. So when you actually implement those classes like Ferrari or BMW class, you actually apply them. Apply them in the sense you define those methods and you actually write the implementation of these methods using properties and then using all the core logics in it. Okay, so understand the difference between interface and a class. Interface is a contract, it's a structure, it's a syntax. It's basically just a guideline to tell you what need to be there inside the class. And when a class uses that interface, then they have to define all the methods, implement all those methods that is been defined by the interface. Okay, we'll understand that. We'll do an example. We'll understand more about this interface concept. Okay, so let's see how do you define an interface. So you have to use a keyword called interface, and as we say class as a keyword. Similarly, for the interface, you call it as an interface. And we defined an interface called car. Then you define all the methods in it. The methods basically don't have opening and closing. The methods end with a semicolon, and you don't implement the methods in the interface. That's the key that you have to understand. In interface, you only have the definition of the methods. It's just like a contract, it's just like a syntax. You're telling anybody who is implementing a car must have 3 methods. Okay, but in interface, you don't implement them, you're just defining them. Okay, you're telling as a guideline to everybody, okay, if you want to build a car and you want to know what is the structure of it, then the structure is defined in the interface. So when you implement that interface in your class, you're actually agreeing to that contract. Okay, and how do you implement an interface? The implementation of the interface is basically with a keyword called implements. Okay, in inheritance we thought if you want to inherit a class, you use extends. If you want to implement an interface, you write as implements and then you mention the interface name. Okay, so when you say the class sports car implements the interface car, now the sports car is agreeing to the terms and conditions of that car. Like a contract, it's agreeing, okay, now whatever you have defined in the interface, I will implement it. And if you are not implementing it, then the program will error out. Okay, the interface has already defined that you need to have these three methods defined. Then the sports car has to implement all these three methods into the sports car. Okay, so the keyword that is used to define an interface is interface. Keyword that is used to implement an interface to a class is called as implements. Okay, so let's summarize what you have learned here. So you cannot define methods in the interface. All the methods in the interface has to be just definitions. Understand this concept, the difference between implementation and definition. Implementation means you open it with a flower bracket and close it with a flower bracket, and then you write the code inside like echo statement, like business logic. Definition is just you end with a semicolon. You don't write anything in that function. Okay, that's basically the interface. And interface are like framework or structure that every class must define it when they implement the interface. As an example, we saw car was an interface and it has three methods. And when sports car implements that car, it has to define, it has to write all those methods implementation in the sports car. Okay, that's how the interface and a class works. And any class can implement one or many interfaces. We had a limitation in inheritance wherein you can only extend one class. You don't have such limitation for interfaces. You can implement one or many interfaces. Class that implement interface has to define all the methods of an interface or else it will give an error. Okay, this has to be very clear for you, right? When an interface say, okay, I have three method definition, and when a class basically implements that interface, then all those three definitions that is provided in the interface has to be implemented by that class. Okay, when we do an exercise, understand this concept very well, because interface is a very important concept in OOPS. It also helps you to organize your programming structure very nicely. Let's say you want to put a guideline for all your developers, whoever gonna write this class, please make sure you implement all these methods, and the method names has to be like this, and these are the input parameters and these should be the output parameter. But what you write inside the method is up to the developer, but from your maybe an architecture point of view, you just want to release the interfaces. Okay, and you tell to all the developers, okay, please follow my interfaces and implement the code. Okay, now you have a contract that you give to all your developers, and all your developers basically use that interface as a guideline, and then they start implementing the same code. So when you look around with all the developers, they all will have same methods implemented because they are agreeing to your contract, that is via the interface. Okay, so let's do an example and understand how to work with an interface. So that's all for this lecture on what is interface, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to the lecture on how to declare and implement an interface. So let's create a folder called interface. Let's create a car interface. Okay, to define an interface, you will use the keyword as interface. Okay, and then you declare the methods. So you'll say these are of type public function. You have three methods. So you have three methods: apply break, increase speed, and decrease speed. So see how we are defining an interface. We are not opening and closing and defining the interface like this, right? Rather we are just specifying the definition of it. Okay, there's just a definition. The implementation will happen in the class which implements this interface. Okay, so let's create that file and we call it as sports car. Let's get that interface. Now we'll define the sports car which implements the car. Now you have to define the three methods. Let's copy this. Now you have to define them in the class. Okay, let's say we haven't defined one of it. Let's execute this and see what happens. Let's execute the sports car and you will see an error. Okay, the sports car is giving error because you haven't implemented one of the method. Okay, we haven't learned about abstract methods, which we will discuss in the next section, but as of now it's hinting you that there is one method called decrease speed. You are supposed to implement that. So let's implement decrease speed as well, then we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's able to accept it now. Okay, so interface is nothing but the definition of your methods, and in the class you basically implement that interface and then you basically implement that interface, right? Implement means you write that interface. Now you write the echo statements here to say applying brakes, and decreasing speed. Okay, so let's execute by creating one more class and then we'll say car example. We'll import both of this interface and a class, and then we'll create the instance of it. Say increase speed, decrease speed, and apply brake. Okay, so let's execute this. Execute the car example. Okay, so increasing speed, decreasing speed, and applying brakes. It's not much about what you're writing inside the class, it's about the concept. Okay, so once you have defined an interface, you need to understand how to define an interface. The interface is defined with an interface keyword. You don't implement the methods, you just define them with a semicolon, close it with a semicolon. You go to your class and then you implement the interface, and then you have all the methods to be defined there. Okay, if you miss any of the methods and you don't implement them, creating the instance and then you call those methods. Okay, the most important thing is to understand how to define an interface and how to implement that interface. Okay, so that's all the example about how to declare and implement interface, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to the lecture on implementing more than one interface to a class. So we'll see how to implement one or more interface to a class. We'll reuse the same examples here, and we'll create one more interface called as car model. So we'll define this interface as car model interface, and then we'll define two methods in it. We'll say set model, and then you have to have a get model. Okay, in the interface you don't implement it, you just declare it or define it. Okay, let's get our car class. We have a sports car, so sports car will implement both the interfaces. Okay, so we say car model, so now we say car model here. Okay, so one class can implement multiple interface. Okay, and once you implement car model, now you have to define both of these methods. Okay, for this you need to have a property called model. And then we'll set the model first. Then we'll get the model. Okay, so this has been done. So let's open our car example. Okay, and let's access those methods that we have created. So now we will say set model. So we have Ferrari, and now we try to echo the car models. So car model, you say get model, okay. So sports car have this get model, that's what we are calling it here. Okay, so let's execute this. We have the car example, so let's execute car example. So you have your car model Ferrari, increasing speed, decreasing speed, and applying brakes. Okay, so you are able to set the model and get the model, and most important things, you have an interface car model, and anyone who is defining a car now has to implement car and car model, means they should have a model property, and via the get and set methods they should able to access this model property. Okay, so that's how basically one class can implement multiple interface. Okay, so that's the example, and I hope you have understood how to work with implementing more than one interface to a class. Okay, so that's all on this lecture, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to the lecture on use cases of interface. Let's look at some of the use cases of the interface. Interface are like guideline or contract, or could be a syntax or a structure. When you want to control how a class should be defined, then you can define some guidelines using interface and ask all the implementation class to follow it. That's what we are seeing here. We have defined some methods in the interface, then we implement that interface to a class, and then we ask all the classes to implement this functionality via that method. Okay, so let's look at an example of how it can be used in a real life. A server basically can implement the code. So actual code is sitting at the server, and then you want the client to access that specific code. Okay, you can give them an interface and say this is how my methods look like. Like when you make a call to my interface, you can use these are the methods. Then when you really make a call to my program will have this contract with me. My program will implement all these methods. So when I implement, I follow this interface. When you implement, you also follow this interface. So we both are agreeing to a contract. Okay, so when you write a program, it will definitely follow that interface, and your program will not be executed until you implement all those methods. Similarly, at my side, I will implement and use those interface. So that's basically helped you to write a contract using the interface. And then when someone want to agree on to a standard definition, then they can always rely on this interface. Okay, a good example is thinking like an WSDL, YAML, or XSD. Right, if you have worked with WSDL or XSD or YAML, that's basically the definitions, right? That's basically a structure, that's basically a verification that says your data should be something like this. Okay, and when you actually write the data, that's basically when you implement that class, you are basically using that definition to write the data, right? It's a similar concept of writing a definition and then implementing that definition. Like an XSD, you write the structure of it, and XML is basically implementation of that XSD. Okay, so interface is again a definition of it. It doesn't implement anything, it's just a guideline for you. Class, when you write it, when you implement it, it's basically follow that guideline via the interface. Okay, those are the use cases where you can really use an interface, and you want to define some standard and make sure everyone follows the standard. When they implement that class, you define an interface. Okay, so I hope that's very clear, and you should make a logical choice on your programming style when to use an interface and when to use a class. Okay, so that's all in the lecture on use case of the interface, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to the exercise section. So in this exercise, you will create a phone interface, and then you'll implement that interface via the iOS class. So here what you need to do, you have to define a phone class with make call as a function with number as a parameter. Then you have to create one more send message method with number and message as a parameter. That's basically your interface. And you define an iOS class which implements the phone interface, and then you implement the methods in the iOS class. So pause the video here and do the exercise. Welcome back. So let's do this exercise. So we'll create a file called phoneexample.php. So first we will define the interface, which is called as phone, and we'll have two functions in it, make call and send message. Then we'll create a class, iOS class, which implements the phone interface. Now you have to define these two methods. Some echo statements inside, and you can say sending message to $number. Okay, so let's create instance and call it. So let's say iPhone 7 is equal to now iOS, and using the phone you are making a call to some number, and so you are sending a message. Okay, so this is the exercise. We have created an interface phone, we have defined two methods in it, and then we have created a class which implements that interface, and we have defined or implemented those methods. Okay, and then we create an instance, and then we are calling those methods. So let's run this exercise. Okay, so you are making the call, and then you are sending that message to that number. Well, that's all the exercise all about, and I hope you have also done the exercise. So if you have done the exercise, you can share that code with me and I'll provide you my feedback with you. Okay, so that's all for this lecture, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to the assignment section. So here is your assignment. You have to create a stock interface that could define methods like buy stock, sell stock, and all those methods related to stock. Then you implement the my stock class, which implements the stock interface, and try to implement them. Okay, whatever logic you want to place inside this my stock, come up with your own idea. Think through, how do you define an object? Well, think about, if you're given a task for converting that stock logic into a stock interface, how do you implement the my stock class via implementing the stock interface? Okay, so I'll leave you with the logical code, but try to implement the learnings that you have done, how to define an interface, how to implement that interface, how do you define the methods in the interface, and how do you implement them in the class. Okay, using all those learnings that you have done, come up with this assignment and do submit it to me. Then I'll make a review and I'll give you my feedback to you. All right, all the best for your assignment, and I'll see you the next one. Hello and welcome to the summary section of the interface. So by now you should be able to understand what is interface, how to declare and implement them, how to implement more than one interface to a class, and understand where and how this interface should be used. And I hope you have worked with exercises, resources, assignments, and taken the quiz to understand this concept. So that's all for this lecture in interface section, and I'll see you in the next one.